Afternoon, people. Sunday fun day, I would hope. And we're back with some more Zenless. Yesterday, I wanted to do more, but couldn't do more. It was mostly character dates for followed up by a chapter for Grace's agent story, the Iron Witch, which for the longest time I did not think was Grace at all the entire time. I just didn't think that would be her, but it makes sense when I think about it. So we did chapter 1 because I only had enough time to do that. So we have 2 chapters for that left. And I'm trying the best I can also to unlock Trigger, which is definitely not taking as short a time as it took Bernice, but I'm doing my best. Nope. Nothing. Just have to try again is all.
This endless conflict shall meet its end.
Indeed, Billy. Indeed.
Woo! Managed it! I'm
Billy
counting on
again.
you to cover me.
Ready and waiting.
Needs to.
Starlight, it's time to shine.
Well, I unlocked all of Billy's stuff. Oh, looks like it's without the coat. Interesting. But that's about it, really. I could have sworn there was a way to... I could have sworn there was a way to tell which engines belong with which characters. So, Starlight engine... So yeah, the replica, I'm told, is supposed to be the one that goes with Billy, which makes sense. But I could have sworn there was a way of checking which engine matches with who. But I don't see it.
I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy.
Okay. No idea where Lost and Found is. Guy in front of the newsstand looks like a talent scout too. Looks more like a crazy stalker. Kitty. Okay, so before I do anything pertaining to Grace again, I'm going... What's this? To finish... the last section of missions for the HIA. There's also something going on at Lumina as well as... Oh, it's for the characters to do stuff. That should be enough. I didn't notice you just then. Practicing my scary voice. Startled me. Did I scare you, Proxy? That's fantastic. I mean, I'm really sorry. President and management are always saying they want me to have the scary roar, and that's useful for negotiations. I'll just keep working on that. And Anton is probably going to be in the corner again. Yes, he is. Same thing. You had to pass the trial. How come it all turned out this way? Why am I always the one who... Okay, same thing, different dialogues. He's gonna be at the pharmacy again, isn't he? Yep, there he is. Okay, now they want me to find Seth at Lumina Galleria. But, okay, they want me to do a... Go find Seth at Galleria entrance. Well, he's not there, so it's probably at a different time. No, he should be around here somewhere. Nope, he's still over there. Well, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, wait. Nah, I'll just go to do the one. I'll go do Anton's and get it over with. Love crazed girl. Celebrity couples on the big screen are always so fleeting. Sometimes I wake up in the morning only to find another couple's broken it off. I don't believe in those made-up love stories anymore. Are there any films adapted from real-life love stories? That's the kind I love. That's the kind of love I envy. So, romance. I'm tempted to say Last Flight, but I want to double check. I'm leaning towards Last Flight. Let me see the film description. Contains footage from old civilization. Seems like a real love story to me. Wonderful. Although they'll alter things here and there for the adaptation, the thought that the story is based on a real couple fills my heart with warmth. Thanks, manager. I'll take care of this tape and watch the film to the end. Okay. Okay, let's see. Trust event, right? So... what is the name? Direction of Destiny. Let's start her up. If I keep going this way, I'm going to run into... it's you, Proxy, or should I say, I was expecting you, Proxy. You bet it's me. You know, I didn't really believe in Destiny before I met Proxy. If I need fixing things at work, I've got my bro. If I need someone to lead me in the hollows, I've got my Proxy. At first, I thought these facts were completely disconnected from any kind of Destiny. Until my fate encounter with a Proxy. Until then, I truly believe Destiny can guide people throughout life. Why are you suddenly talking about all this? That's enough to make a Proxy blush. So then, Proxy, you...
Do you believe in destiny?
I believe collecting videotapes is my destiny.
You really are my destined friend. When I was out today, I met a pink-haired fortune teller on the side of the road.
Pink-haired?
She was wearing a black cape and wore her hat low, so I couldn't see her face. She was so mysterious.
Wasn't there one named Rain?
I paid 50 dennies to get my fortune told. And she said if I kept going in this direction, I'd find my destined friend.
Or is it Nicole in one of her antics?
And who did I find? You!
That same pink-haired girl told me I'd find some money if I walked in this direction.
How did I not realize? That pink-haired fortune teller has got to be...
Nicole. Figures.
Nicole.
the goddess of fate!
Goddess, yes. Of fate, no.
She appeared to guide us to this encounter! I'll always appreciate this bond between us. Don't hesitate to tell me if you ever get into trouble. I'll take care of things.
Oh, leveled him up right there. Now what? I might as well do the quality
Where are we
time and get it
going?
over with.
Oh, how about we do push-ups all the way there?
Meet up with Anton at the metro entrance at Lumina Square. I might as well do it, and same with Seth, and then do the Iron Witch stuff.
I remember there's a super cool graffiti piece nearby.
Yeah, the dragons. The white dragon and black dragon.
You want to take a pic here, Proxy? How about it? I can do any pose you want me to. Is it over? I can keep going.
I don't know much about photos, but I think you've got a knack for this. You want to take some promo shots for Bellabog Industries? Is this a race? I'll catch up in no time.
He's motivated. Don't think. Wait. Yep, there is something up here. You got caught him.
I'll catch up in no time.
Got caught in the monkey bars.
Is this a race? I'll catch up in no time.
He's being a lot easier to trigger events for than Nicole was. One game with Anton.
Want to start this beautiful day with a win?
Huh? Okay,
Well, that
I
sucks.
figured out how to win. Let's give it another try.
I almost won, but I fucked it up at the last possible moment.
Thanks for coming. Hope you had a great time.
2 times.
Leave your worries at the door. At Godfinger, it's all about pure entertainment. Start!
Damn it.
30 seconds left.
Oh. This is also thanks to my workouts.
Leaving already? Wish I could get out of here early.
Okay.
Where are we going? Oh, how about we do push-ups all the way there?
Okay, it's Billy without jacket, Billy without jacket, and with jacket, so... Anton without a bruise on his cheek. Interview incident is the next one. Okay, so unlike the Anton one, which had ones that were recommended, this one is a little more pick whichever you want. Madge, are you in Lumina Square for business? I'm here to see ya. Really, why didn't you give me a heads up? I was out in the field earlier, you almost came for nothing. Wait, I don't have any overdue videotapes, right? Don't tell me you came all the way just to remind me. Mr. Public Security Officer, yes, you with the wagging tail. I'm a reporter from Redo Today. Do you have a moment for a quick interview?
Street interview? Me?
Wow, it seems a hard-working public security officer is willing to grace us with an interview. Please listen carefully to the question. Are you happy?
Sure. My name is Seth Lowe. Wait a minute. I didn't agree to be interviewed by you.
He's got a point.
Relax, buddy. This isn't rocket science. Let's zoom in a bit on our handsome officer. Come on, smile for the camera.
Huh?
I don't think he's comfortable.
You must not have heard our question clearly, kind officer. We just wanted to ask. In New Eridu, where everyone lives and works in peace and contentment, in the prosperous Janus district and in the dazzling Lumina Square, do you feel happy?
No.
Well, how could that be? As a public security officer, surely you must know that we Janus Quarter citizens have always topped the charts when it comes to our happiness index scores.
I'm sure he's generally happy, but right now he's not because you're making him uncomfortable.
Hasn't our ranking been slipping since the second quarter of last year?
Huh? What the officer is trying to say is that we are not to be outdone despite stiff competition among districts.
I didn't say that. Speaking from what I know about public security statistics, the case closure rate across the entire Janus Quarter for the last 3 periods has risen by 1 to 2% on average.
That's right. An uptick in cases closed means a safer Janus Quarter. We're truly making great progress.
Not really. The increase is actually due to the significant drop in the number of cases handled. The media only pays attention to the number of new cases and case closure rate. But if we look at the average number of cases handled daily... hold on. Why are you grabbing the mic from me? I haven't finished yet. If we look at the average number of cases handled daily, we can see that the drop in the number of new cases could very well be due to tampering...
Cut! Stop rolling!
Didn't want to... They didn't like what he was saying.
Officer, we should be helping each other out here. Why are you making things so difficult for me? Since you're such a good-looking guy, I don't mind doing public security a favor. So why are you messing with me? Do you have beef with me? Do you want me to lose my job?
I don't even
You're
know
fake
you.
news.
Why would I want you to lose your job? I haven't finished answering your question. Don't you need to take my picture or something?
One of us must have a few screws loose.
It's not Seth, I'll tell you that. Reporter shoots Seth a fierce The reporter shoots Seth a fierce glare before exiting in a huff with the cameraman, leaving you and Seth staring at each other in bewilderment.
I'm confused. Why would anyone just call themselves crazy like that?
I have to laugh, but it's not what she meant.
That comment was probably aimed at you, but it ended up backfiring. Turns out she's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I don't get it. She insists that I answer questions that she won't let me answer. She's definitely the one with the problem.
Like I said, fake news.
But why did she say that I was trying to get her fired? I didn't even want to be interviewed, yet I still answered her questions seriously. I was obviously trying to help her out. Why would she accuse me like that?
If all that stuff you were citing was broadcast on TV, it might have been a bad look for public security. But as a citizen, I'd be more than willing to hear you out.
A bad luck. Sounds like something that guy would say. If I'd gone along with what the reporter wanted, isn't that just acting? Are there some unspoken rules that I'm not aware of?
Like I said, it is fake news.
It's not your fault. It's everyone else's. Just kidding. Seriously though, some rules may not be right, but people just aren't bold enough to say so. If everyone were as straightforward as you, there might be fewer unjust rules.
Straightforward? Honestly, I'm more often described as having difficulty understanding human language. I don't think I was in the wrong either. Anyway, thanks for the words of encouragement, manager.
That's what friends are for.
I said don't mention it, but okay.
Friends?
If you agree, then we're friends, right?
That's fine. So we're friends. I'll visit you on 6th Street the next time I get the chance. I gotta get back to the precinct now. Bye, manager.
You watch Seth slink away as he's on the lam. As if he's on the lam. You've gained another friend in public security. Yay!
Me? Well, I'm down to go anywhere with you.
Okay, so... meet up with Seth at the parking lot.
141's nearby. You want to go shopping?
This would be a lot less dorky if I was, Belle, but it'll do. We're just bros being bros. Minus Anton, of course. This would be, that should have been a line more applicable to him, but whatever.
I have something I need to buy. Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
What'd you get, Wolf Boy?
Here,
Or is he
manager. This is for you.
Is he a cat or a wolf? I can't remember.
Cactus-flavored power jelly. I told you I wanted to try it, right?
Cactus-flavored jelly.
You got me thinking. It's always good to try something new. So, let's try it together. Okay, where to next?
Okay, I think he's a dog because the Soul Hounds thing kind of clicks with that. Nothing in pub security. And he has what looks like a dog chain on his back, so that would do it. Out of character for an officer to be holding a cup of tea milk. What even is tea
manager.
milk?
You might bump into something.
What even is tea milk anyway? I don't know, probably something Asian like boba tea or something. Okay, now for Godfinger again.
Morning. Want to start this beautiful day with a win?
So it begins.
Shit.
Wait, what? How?
Indeed.
Wait, what? How?
Okay, the game just got very difficult all of a sudden.
Victory.
Wait, what? How?
Thanks for coming. Hope you had a great time. Welcome to Godfinger. First off, read through our store policy, please.
So it begins.
Okay, that's BS.
What? How? Wait, what? How?
Victory.
Wait, what? How?
Having trouble, dog boy? Sounds like it. I got something.
Thanks for coming. Hope you had a great time.
Okay, we did that.
You're here. Where'd you want to go today?
Okay, let's go do what I wanted to do earlier and go to HIA and complete that little quest for Corin. Ultimate. Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
A new case to so be it. Nothing to fear. Time to make some money.
Okay, we got Ju, Ching, and Nicole. Not sure what Nicole has to do with any of this, but apparently she counts. Damn, Ju does have a nice cake. A very tight cake.
Okay. I'm here. Watch out! Don't push it too far. Justice is served. Let me give you a little treat, like this.
Suppressor K-22, maximum firepower. No restrictions.
Again?
Fire at will.
Have you red-handed? Fine. Fuck off! Bye-bye, suckers! This won't hurt. No.
Hands up.
Understood. Face the consequences. I'm here.
An opening.
I really don't think I got a good score with this one. On second thought, I did. Okay, it's not based on strictly time. It's based on whether I could do ultimates. Interesting.
Huh? We'll get it done.
Patrol mode activated. Good choice. Following orders.
Taking the shot.
Have you red-handed? This won't hurt. Nah.
Hands up.
Behave now.
Surrender your weapon. Suppressor K-22, maximum firepower.
Here comes the first. Bye-bye, suckers.
No restrictions. Fire at will.
Back up here. Keep a lookout. Face the consequences. Just leave it to me.
You're under arrest.
Please don't resist. I'm here. Let me give you a little treat. Like this.
An opening.
You can pay the load, Julia.
Stop resisting.
Let's test your math. Here. Hold on!
Taking the shot. Standing by.
All right. 3 times the trigger up for an ultimate. They were certainly giving me enough to use, that's for sure. Several times over. And there's Corin. Been so many combats. Why haven't I seen the ghost that the client mentioned? Maybe I scared it away. But this shouldn't be a misunderstanding because the client said he'd seen the ghost several times, almost thinking it was a VR horror game. Could it be because you are just too amazing? However, the customer said he'd encountered ghosts so many times he almost thought it was a VR horror game. You just said that. Ghosts? Are you talking about the white spectral figures that can't attack or interact with you, but might suddenly startle you from a corner of the combat scene? Exactly. I never expected that the programmer's prank would actually slip past our inspection and trick our esteemed guest. Prank? What does that mean? I'm a bit confused. One of our programmer gentlemen, while continuously working overtime fixing bugs, suddenly had a wild thought. Since he could fix bugs, why couldn't he create them? And so he deliberately wrote a special piece of code into the program. Poor programmer. So the so-called ghost is merely an artificial implanted anomaly. However, we have already repaired it during our comprehensive investigation. How exactly did the gentleman this lady mentioned trigger this program error? The gentleman client said he was very much looking forward to this new event, so we came to the HIA club during last night when no one was around. After accidentally wandering in, he happened to discover a VR machine that had not been turned off. Seems this was due to the negligence of our staff, and we sincerely apologize. However, this mischievous client seems to quite enjoy late-night adventures. Silent lobby, empty tables, phantoms in the virtual space. No wonder he was scared out of his wits. I sincerely apologize for the misunderstanding caused by our club's oversight. We will definitely strengthen our regulations in the future, whether it concerns our mischievous staff or mischievous clients. I am an obedient client. What? The client was so vivid in his description that it's keeping me from sleeping well. Turns out there are no ghosts. I was just scaring myself. Now the problem is solved and the client can be at ease to continue his VR combat training. Thank you, investigator. Hey. Well, that's one event done and over with. Wait, who's this? Leona. I remember you're the you're the manager at Random Play. How are the new levels? Sybil says you're unstoppable. I'm flattered. No need to be nervous. I'll let you on a secret. I was the one who extracted the monster data from the holo for the new levels. You're an investigator? I was an investigator to be precise, but hey, let's just enjoy the VR. Hope nobody has to experience the real holo, including you, manager. Oh, you are more closer to being right than you know, lady. Okay. So, back to the Iron Witch, the thing I was trying to do, all things considered. Okay, so let's get it on the road, shall we? Oh, hold on a second. Oh, some nice nifty Cinder artwork that I just saw on Twitter. Can't resist a couple of good Cinder doodles. Seriously, man, go subscribe to Cinder. She's like one of the best VTubers out there right now. She's just now celebrating her 5th anniversary. Okay, so we've been at this for an hour and we never got around to starting the witch stuff, so let's start. What is chapter 2 for Iron Witch? One day, after accepting Grace's commission in the parking lot of the Random Play video store on 6th Street, Janice Quarter, New Eridu, today's the day for an important family event. Repairing the business car. In truth, only one of the siblings is actually repairing while the other is resting. Attention, you have received an email from Grace Howard, the head technician at Bellabog. Pausing music for car repairs to broadcast the content of the email. Wise Bell, this is Grace. Are you too free from by any chance? I've already extracted enough data from the logic core. We're now ready for the next phase. I need your help with something big, but this time it's kind of special. I don't need Phaethon to make an appearance, just you two. If you're free, we can meet up at the old spot, Branch Street construction site. Email ends. Drafting reply. I think I'll pass. Today is an important day. We need to repair our car. See you next time. Please say send if you wish to send this reply. Let's go to the construction site. Later, the siblings arrive at Branch Street without incident. You arrive at destination. A large mech emits a low thrum as if in anticipation of guests arriving. A familiar figure in overalls greets you with a smile.
Hello, you two. You're quick. What about the little one?
Not really overalls as much as a tank top that's perhaps a wee bit too small for us for her ginormous gazungas.
We don't bring EOS on non-hollow commissions. It's better to let it rest.
Too bad. If I'd known, I'd have come up with an excuse to make you bring him along.
Now you're not even trying to hide it.
Large was seen next to her, steps back and forth and to one side, seemingly restless.
Good kid. Don't worry, these two aren't the bad guys.
Have you booted up that logic core yet? Going well?
Don't worry, it's only partially booted for now. After the last troubleshooting session, I've managed to fully filter out the data and divert control of basic functions away from the dangerous infected data. Now I just have to wipe any sensitive data left behind regarding the prototype, and it'll be ready for the delivery to 3 gates.
Fairy, can you help with clearing that sensitive data?
Negative. All logic cores that pass the forbidden fruit test, i.e., the core systems of AI-enabled machinery, are incompatible with my protocols. Forced intervention can have unforeseen consequences. Also, I prefer not to interact with ether-corrupted data.
Even Fairy's power has a limit. What are the terrible consequences of accessing data corrupted by ether?
I've prepared 10 disgusting metaphors to explain it to you. Which would you like to hear first? Note, human tolerance is limited to about 10 on the disgust scale.
So, what's the score of the least disgusting one?
11.
How about we get back to the matter at hand?
This commission doesn't require your faith in disguise. You two alone can handle it. I'm gonna debug this kid's cognitive command system. Only a few basic protocols are needed to set up a link between commands and its behavior. Put simply, I'll issue commands like go left, go right, touch this, touch that, and you'll need to follow my instructions in front of it so that it understands the connection between the commands and the actions. Once cognition is established, act out the commands from the kid to help solidify it. It's like teaching a toddler how to crawl or stand up. Got it? I'll run some system tests on this baby first. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Step 1 for cognitive tuning is to calibrate command functions for this kid to make sure he's receiving accurate commands. Basically, all I have to do is touch either a wooden box or a metal bucket and it'll recognize the item and then send the corresponding signal back to control terminal. The tile green to return the red signal when the box is detected and the green signal for bucket. Even more straightforward than I thought. You know, the most complicated systems often start with the simplest intentions. Now your turn, just touch a box or the bucket. Wooden box is built like a tank, typical Bellabog. Red, that's my good kid. Tall steel bucket that feels thick and sturdy to the touch. That's an oil drum. Green, great work. Initial calibration's complete. Great start. Today's class isn't over yet. Now time for basic testing of the logic function. Red, green. Red, red, green. Now you've got to touch the box or the bucket in a certain order so the kid can tell if you're following the rules. Signal recognition, forming cognition, building rules, executing judgment. Red, green, red, red, green. Deal. Your turn. Red. Green. red, red, green. That's right, correct. After running a series of commands, Grace announces the cognition system's been successfully calibrated.
Great job. Well done. The cognitive commands have been recorded with precision.
Where's Garrus when you need him?
My only regret is that my little cutie Eos couldn't make it here today. The whole point of setting up this scheduled maintenance was an excuse to see that roly-poly kiddo running around.
Grace, you said the quiet part out loud.
All right, the controls have been sufficiently calibrated. Now I'll perform a full reboot to test the effects.
Is that gonna be okay? What if there's another rampage? What should we do?
No problem. I'm fully prepared. I've dismissed all the onlookers and kept the kids' fuel to a minimum. And Bellabog Industries has updated their health insurance recently. You have accident coverage, right?
Why so many precautions and contingency plans? Doesn't seem like no problem to me.
Don't worry, I'm a professional technician and I've got everything under control. Let's get started.
Grace taps the control panel a few times, and the heavy machine base blurts out a complex string of electronic sounds before setting up a more upright position.
Very well. The control system permissions are operational. Let's start the first cognitive command test. Go 5 meters forward. Command unfulfilled. Repeating command. Go 5 meters forward.
Mech remains standing still.
That's strange. Why isn't it following my commands? Unless it really is broken?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Quick, Wise, hide!
The battery in my control panel is dead. No wonder this kid's been so quiet. It wasn't ignoring my commands. It couldn't receive them. False alarm.
Wise, let's agree, Grace never gets to touch Eos ever again.
Agreed. And all the other Bangbu at home.
I need to get a backup power supply. Keep an eye on this kid for me, would ya? Its cognition systems are still fragile, so don't provoke it. And don't let anyone get close to it, including yourselves.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I gotta run back to the video store, so this one's on you, bro.
Of course. Wait, why do I always get the tough jobs? Soon the only thing that can be heard around is the low thrum of the heavy machine base running. Test site is a mess. Let's help Grace tidy things up while we're here. Wooden box sure is sturdy and looks pretty heavy. Moving it turns out to be a workout. What's in the box? What's in the box? After some effort, they're successfully moved. Moving the bucket is even more challenging. How so? Just roll it. Bit harder than you expected. You need to include more physical activity alongside gaming and work. Reminds me of me. Beep. That sound, it's the heavy machine base. Let's go check. Heavy machine base continues to produce inscrutable noises. Right then, the sound of confident footsteps accompanied by familiar voice reach you.
Don't panic. The cognitive unit hasn't received any input commands for a while, so the machine's just running a system diagnostic.
Eddie? What are you doing here?
Have we met? How do you know me?
Uh-oh, I slept up.
Yeah, Grace mentioned your name.
I see. So you're the Iron Witch's apprentice, aren't you? Which is why you're keeping guard here. Why is the system diagnostic showing such a strong likelihood of startup? Could it be...
As she's saying that, the young mechanic you crossed paths with before strides up to the machine base. Grace said it'd be dangerous.
Stop. Grace said it'd be dangerous for outsiders to get too close.
Outsiders? I'm an expert technician. Her machines usually have a soft reset button placed at the back. If I'm able to get there, I can... Oh, no need to be so paranoid, you scrap heap. I am here to save you.
Once he draws close enough, Betty suddenly dodges and darts to the rear panel of the mech, slapping a button hard.
I knew it. There was a repeat air loop during the self-diagnostic. Onboard memory was getting sapped, so a soft reboot did the trick. It's all because of her. Insisting on the stupid logic core is what has caused the problem.
Logic core? What's wrong with it?
The logic core is a precious technological breakthrough that grants mechanical creations the ability to have independent consciousness, potentially even enlightening a machine enough to pass the forbidden fruit test and be truly endowed the soul of an individual.
So is that how we end up with androids like Chingy and Billy?
However, this kind of technology is not required for production tools like industrial machines. I admit that the efficiency and work capacity of Belobog's heavy machinery are superb, but the cost of production and maintenance is going to be out of this world.
Yeah, they're supposed to be tools. They're not meant to be, individualistic machines with, a personality.
Unfortunately, buyers on the market love pursuing these unnecessary and uncontrollable gold-plated features, so the industries followed suit and started researching personality tools.
Well, personality in the sense of like HK-47, where he just does whatever he wants, or 3PO who complains a lot.
Well, let me ask you, if you want to make an axe that chops wood faster, will you equip it with jet thrusters, AI systems, and a voice that yells at you, "Master, Master," every time you poke it?
No, that got annoying fast.
Perhaps that is a bit excessive.
Yeah, if it would drive even Dante nuts. I mean, he had enough problems with Agni and Rudra, telling them not to talk.
Listen up, apprentice. Tools are just tools. Their value lies in being easy to get, easy to use, and easy to replace. Use them while they're good, and chuck them out once they're broken. Personifying or putting them before humans is heresy.
That's racist.
And that's exactly the type of person your teacher is. She's mastered new applications for personified operating systems, and in doing so, has grown contemptuous of humanity. She's just a weirdo obsessed with tools who gets things backwards. Okay.
Well, okay, maybe not racist because, machines and all, but, basically, she's so obsessed with technology that she doesn't pay attention to any actual living humans around her. And Betty has clearly never gotten over the fact that Grace just went up and completely disacknowledged her existence. Betty speaks with emotion and slaps the heavy machine base beside her with a loud clang.
Huh? How is it moving again?
I think you offended it.
Hang on. Stop right now. I was being careless just now, not hostile.
Yeah, she offended the machine, and now it's butt hurt. Uh-oh.
Abort startup.
Familiar voice stops the heavy machine base, causing it to return to standby mode.
That was a close one, but luckily I caught it. Didn't I say not to provoke this kid? Betty, what are you doing here?
Yeah, nothing. Just here to inform you. Three Gates Corp has officially recognized my company's application for tech cooperation. And, well, only one of us will be granted resource support on the evaluation day. Be forewarned, Grace.
I see. Well, thanks so much for passing on the message. If there's nothing else, I'll keep tweaking my little problem child, okay? Oh, yeah. And as for you, thanks for your support today. I'll give you a call when I need a hand next time. You can head off now.
Having said that, Grace quickly walks over to the heavy machine base without looking back and focuses on her debugging work.
See that? Something might have happened just now, but she clearly cared more about the machine than her own apprentice. That's the Cold Iron Witch I know. But it's fine. I'll soon let her know to never take people lightly.
Nobody seems to notice the sound coming out of the phone in Betty's pocket. External data download complete. Uh-oh. Is she a spy or something? Thanks for her hard work. Collaboration this time went smoothly. Betty left so soon. Didn't even get the chance to apologize to her. Yeah, you should apologize to her. What do we do next? Are you talking about the commission? Let me finish checking the kids' systems first. If everything goes well, should have enough to compile a valid copy of research data. As long as quality meets the standards of 3 Gates, commission will be deemed completed. I may contact you again before the press conference to make sure everything's okay. After that, will be that time to settle the commission fees. May I get back to calibrating the kid if there's nothing else. See you, Grace. Just admiring the figure. She's even got a little tattoo right there on the right arm at the where the shoulders where it starts. Peak, navel, and boobas. I appreciate a good navel as much as I do the ballistics, the cushions, and the thick thighs. Oh God, this game is doing so many things to me. Ugh. You're back-wise. Hey, what's that odd expression? What happened? Well, you see, so Betty and Grace had a spat over their different views on machines. Gee, I should have stayed for the drama. According to Grace, she might contact us again before the press conference. That should be the last contact. Once we've handled it, the submission will be considered completed. I'm getting more and more curious about Grace's past. How about we have a chat with her after the commission's done? Maybe we'll dig into some juicy gossip. Keep it on the group chat. While we wait for Grace's message, you can get back to your daily tasks. Thanks for your hard work. Well, this is certainly a much faster story than the other one. Okay, well, we might as well do number 3. So far, it's been much quicker than the Nekomata one. The Nekomata one was just so frustratingly slow with how plotted it was with filler. Only reason I even did it was because 1, it's in the game, 2, I'm OCD, and 3, might as well do it because of all the above. One day after you help Grace adjust the machines, you unexpectedly see a familiar figure on Strict Street. Sixth straight, it's Grace's competitor, Betty Brenda. What's she doing here? You need to share this news with your sibling. What's Betty doing here? Street CCTV images retrieved. And judging by her body language, 1, they were engaged in a heated discussion. 2, they were quietly arguing. Suggestion: to better complete Grace Howard's commission, Master should learn more about this conversation. Why do you suggest I go over? I just really want to know. AI has a right to gossip too, you know. Ha, I'm on Fairy's side this time. Go listen in, bro. In any case, she thinks you're Grace's apprentice, so there won't be any trouble. Okay, I need to know what's happening, even if it's just for the sake of gossiping with my sibling. I love how the guns on the officers look like Nerf guns. I can make sure the meeting point is safe. How many times do I have to repeat this? I love how I'm supposed to be listening, but she's looking right at me, because the game is not structured to be like that. Oh, now she is. Are you Grace's apprentice? What are you doing here? Never mind, she is looking at me. One sec. Betty whispers something to the officer again and turns around. So what brings you here? Does the Iron Witch have a message for me? I just wanted to say hi. You've got way better manners than your master. Fine, there's actually no better time for you to be here than now. I happen to have a message for your master. She's already lost this bid. What? I've completed my research and already submitted the results to 3 gates for review. We'll soon hold a presentation to demonstrate my results. I'm the first to hit the target. Go back and tell your master she's welcome to attend. I'll post the address on Knock Knock Business Channel. Please make sure she checks it. Our long-time rivalry is finally coming to an end. Don't let your master run away from the ending. Please tell her what I said. See you soon. Betty turns and leaves as soon as she finishes speaking. So yeah, that gossip bit didn't last very long because we ended up speaking to her anyway. I love how... Okay, so 18... I'm guessing that's supposed to be Eos, but they both look exactly the same, so it's like who's who. You're back, Wise. Quick, spill the tea. I've got drinks and snacks ready. I've heard of spill the beans, but I've never heard of spill the tea. That's a new one. You won't believe this. You share Betty's message with your family. Well, one family, the sister, but I guess Eos and Fairy count at this point. What? Betty's already completed her research and she's inviting Grace to her presentation? Awesome, can't wait to see them bite each other's head off. Did Fairy just get a little primal just now? Fairy, please don't speak like those people on internet. Wise, we should text Grace and tell her about it right away. Never heard her sound that bloodthirsty, that's for sure. Grace, are you there? I'm not here. If you're not there, then who's replying? Quit fiddling around with those children of yours. We got big news. Betty said she's achieved a technological milestone. She also said she's going to win the bid and has invited the 3 Gates reps to a meet and greet. She asked Wise to pass on the message for you to attend too. Dresses in the Knock Knock Business channel. Hang on, let me see. Somewhat strange. Huh? The address for the meet and greet, it's inside a hollow. A hollow? Yeah, companion hollow off the Lemnian Hollow. It's an old construction site. I'm guessing Betty's technological milestone is to do with that modded Guardian mech of hers. Maybe she's meeting those reps inside the hollow to give a demonstration of its firepower. One of the 3 departments from 3 Gates Corp is military. If their tech corporation, if their tech corporation cooperation is based around military tech, that makes sense. How about it, Grace? Do you want to go? Yeah, let me take a look. It's been a big loss for Bellamog to miss out on this bid. Knowing your enemy isn't always the worst thing. Besides, we can check out this new tech in action. Could I count on you two for navigation? Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready whenever. The Witch's Trial.
Ready and waiting.
Electric,
Let's start the experiment. Ready and waiting.
Hey, don't
Asset can
need some. Is it
Broken up.
standing by?
awaiting for
Nothing to. So
It's our turn, bro. Come on, let's get to work. Let's get him.
I'll go with Anton. Uh-oh. Following Fairy's navigation, everyone is finally brought to Betty's location. Beside her stands the modded Guardian Mark II tactical mech.
You're too slow, Iron Witch.
Betty.
I'm already warmed up. Introducing the new tactical mech, upgraded for CoreLogic OS. Witch Hunter Alpha.
Damn, she's really got a hard on for Grace. Why do I get the feeling her mech's gonna go out of control and we're gonna fight it?
Come on, demonstrate your might to our guests. Commence offensive maneuvers at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Following orders.
What?
The mech responds in clear human voice and instantly performs a complex array of tactical motions. It seems similar to that mech Grace was debugging.
It seems similar to that mech Grace was debugging.
Oh, what's wrong, Grace? Hard to believe the personality OS you were so proud of has been replicated by someone like me. A cheaper, more productive, and easier to deploy modular personality OS! The maintenance costs are half what you pay. There are none of the whole stability or personality disorder risks you fretted about. Didn't the market applaud your tech patents? They'd always say only someone who loves tech as much as Grace could achieve this. The cold and withdrawn Iron Witch, a weirdo who treats machines like people. This black magic you've been researching for so long, cracked just like that by me. Ooh.
A roaring hum mech completes its tactical maneuvers before returning to Betty's side.
Task complete. I suggest switching to auto defense mode. Is that okay, Master?
Go ahead.
Its intelligence system is crude, but I like its gumption. Approximately 1/1,000th as professional as me.
All right, Barry. Don't add fuel to the fire. Wise. Is Grace okay?
I think she's hurt.
Grace, are you okay?
That voice is
so lovely.
Nope, she's, never mind. She's infatuated and impressed.
I can't believe she just caved like that. Well, no, of course she would.
Yep. Even when she's being outshined, she's like, whatever. I'm impressed either way.
It responded to the voice command and executed the instructions without any redundant movements, and the steering mechanism's brake nozzle is gorgeous. It only listed one default command when recommending actions.
I don't think this was what Betty had in mind.
And still so immature? I love it!
Oh, enjoying it? Why are you admiring your rival's work?
She's a tech head. She doesn't care who makes it as long as it's cool.
This kid looks really good.
Jeez. Can't agree with your rival like that.
Wait a moment, Grace. Don't fall head over heels for your rival's work.
Yes, I don't like it yet.
Ah.
You claim to have replicated Bellabog Industries' patent, but I won't buy it just like that. I'll believe it when I see this kid show us a little more. Show it to me. Right here, right now. Best if you let me pick it apart myself so I can see better.
You know, the more you say, the sketchier you get.
Why would I let my rival disassemble my work? But, well, you do have a point. I'll have Witch Hunter Alpha accompany you to demonstrate the difference in technological achievements. I've uploaded the coordinates of Three Gates' meeting place to Witch Hunter Alpha's memory. Enjoy its company and appreciate its skills along the way.
Really? Thanks. But this doesn't mean I concede.
Wise, I'm starting to worry Grace is gonna switch sides.
This is the meeting point Betty mentioned. I didn't expect this kind of company. Prepare for combat. Let's go.
Stand still.
You ready?
Okay, those are grenades. That's what it is. A little meter up top.
Come on! Don't push too hard. Bring it on!
Anton, tag me in. Yeah. Here we go.
Uh-oh, Metal Gear.
Straight to the Earth's core!
Fracture!
Can't stop me!
Initial impulse. Commence demolition! nothing happens when the 3 Gates reps arrive.
Betty proudly showcases her masterpiece following her command. An enhanced mech named Witch Hunter Alpha dutifully takes his position, guarding Grace. Is he really that reliable? Warn Betty about the powerful enemies in the hollow. Upon hearing the warning, the proud mechanic bursts into laughter. These small-time ethereals are no match for my almighty Witch Hunter. True, there's not even a single scratch on the mecha's robust power. How will you demonstrate it? Betty points to a specific location. Where I'm scheduled to meet the people from 3 Gates. I'll allow Witch Hunter to accompany you there. Betty smiles confidently.
Alright, Witch Hunter Alpha. Enable escort mode. Take out the ethereals up ahead first.
Orders received. Suppressing with force. No valid targets remaining.
That was fast and so accurate.
Don't compliment your rival.
I am just getting started.
Warning, units with high ether activity detected ahead. They are likely strong enemies. A direct confrontation is not suggested. Scanning for a suitable detour.
High-risk ethereals launched. Commencing annihilation.
It rushed on just like that.
Incredible! Such a powerful hit!
Uh-oh. Witch Hunter Alpha suddenly speaks with a smooth, synthesized mechanical voice seeking your evaluation of whether its actions align with the escort requirements. Please provide corrective instructions if there are any violations. Punch the enemies harder next time. You've done a great job.
Feedback saved to data table.
Detour route cancelled.
Okay, I can't break these walls.
Warning, the area ahead contains many unfinished buildings. The path forward is blocked. Strategy modification is required.
Blow it all up.
Scanning for a suitable detour.
Just blow it up.
Does it want to force its way through?
Now that's surprising.
I would have just blown it all up, but that works too.
Can everybody hear me? I've decided to give you a special demonstration of the long-range firepower of Witch Hunter Alpha. The personalized operating system I built is more precise than your version, Grace. You can command it effortlessly. Witch Hunter Alpha, destroy hostile units ahead! Open fire!
Target locked. Awaiting orders. Guided missile launched.
Huh? It missed?
No. It's still...
So you could tell, right? Now,
Still positioning.
correct. It can identify the best target to strike.
The dialogue is kind of
interesting.
not fitting. Not as bad as First Ascended, but it's like but it's kind of like not being allowed to finish. Relying on Witch Hunter's superior firepower, mobility, and response speeds, the group soon arrives at the location Betty provided.
We're here. Good timing. The 3 Gates reps and public security will arrive shortly. How about it, Grace? Willing to admit defeat?
I'm willing to admit this kid is indeed a superior mech, with strong firepower, good mobility, and responsive controls. A weapon well suited for mass production. When I first encountered it a few days back, it didn't have the personality OS installed. I never expected our patent to be reverse engineered to such an extent in such little time.
I finally got to see the day that Grace admits defeat! Ho-ho!
Not just yet. I have a question to ask you first.
Ask away.
It's not a question for you. It's for the kid.
Oh?
What?
Grace approaches Witch Hunter Alpha, now in defense mode, and when its targeting systems illuminates her, she says...
Witch Hunter Alpha, how high should the driver's seat be set?
I have neither a pulpit nor a seat. Your question does not make any sense.
What if you were to suggest a seat height? What would it be?
Nothing over 140 centimeters.
After listening to Witch Hunter's response, Grace's expression suddenly grows serious. She quickly leaves the mech, deliberately bypassing the targeting system's dead zone.
Seat height? What kind of question is that?
Betty, shut down Witch Hunter Alpha right now, or uninstall the Personality OS. We need to take it out of the Hollow ASAP.
What? What's going on?
What nonsense.
I have no idea how you've gotten your hands on it, but I'm certain your Personality OS is plagiarized from the data frame I've deployed in our prototype.
Oh. Hey, no need for such ugly accusations. Resorting to this all because you can't admit failure?
Well, remember, there was a moment where Betty had a phone active or of some kind at the construction site, so she was clearly recording something.
Just because you asked a useless question, you're now accusing me of plagiarism?
Yes, I'd like to understand what the seat height has to do with it.
140 centimeters. That was Coleda's height back then.
Oh.
Huh?
The former president of Bellabog Industries, Coleda's father, and my mentor, Horse. When he finalized his prototype, he calibrated a specific seat height so that his daughter could pilot it from the get-go. That height was directly embedded into the logic core.
Ah, so she didn't really reverse engineer the program as much as she just directly copied it without changing any variables. It's like I would say it's like copying homework and changing it slightly, but she just ripped the report straight out with no like it as it was.
On the way here, I realized Witch Hunter Alpha's thinking patterns were similar to those of our kids. I was suspicious if you used the same data framework. The answer to this question has finally convinced me. Only our prototype, a Bellabog Industries mech, could know this by default, because my sweet pea gets mad if the seat is set too high.
How you and your venomous slander! That's just a coincidence!
You know deep in your heart it's not. Listen to me, buddy. The logic core data from the prototype hasn't had comprehensive troubleshooting yet. There's still lots of corrupted data that needs stripping away. Using a copied framework means it's also contaminated with corrupted data, and we've already been inside the Hollow for over 2 hours. This kid is at risk of losing control at any second.
Why would... No way, you're lying. I won't be tricked.
Really? Still not giving up? Fine. Here's another task for Witch Hunter Alpha then. Translate this. Red, green, red, red, green.
Red? Green? Now what are you up to?
Box, bucket. Box, box, bucket.
Huh? How are you speaking in unison?
Because this is the cognitive command code I installed when I debugged my kid. Wake up, Betty. Turn off Witch Hunter Alpha right now.
So Betty stole the data while we were troubleshooting. Yep. You can tell it's plagiarism because she copied all the errors over too.
So Betty stole the data while we were troubleshooting.
Yep, we saw the communication device being active as we were leaving.
Warning. Hostile behavior detected. Initiating self-defense mode.
Uh-oh.
I know you're just bluffing. Go, Witch Hunter Alpha. Get rid of this trickster witch.
The sharp frame of the tactical mech moves, holding Hyatt's heavy cannon.
Huh?
And targeting its own mechanic.
Betty, watch out!
I'd like to actually see it happen, you know.
Hostile targets locked. Commencing pursuit.
Target system chases a non-existent enemy, and Witch Hunter Alpha plunges into the depths of the hollow.
Roxy, let's go after it! Witch Hunter Alpha, stop!
Oh, it's gone berserk.
It's lost control. After it! It's just a simple mistake, a little hiccup. That child is your heart and soul, right? Hurry up! Has it stopped? I've updated the target for the guidance module. You're just a machine. You dare defy me? This is your... What? It dodged it?
Okay, I got all the orange.
Witch Hunter Alpha, enough now! Do as I say! Stop!
No, what you're not good. You're sick. You're ill. You need to go to the doctor's office. The machine doctor's office.
Grab a couple more. Roger.
Bring it on! Time to work, then!
Stand still.
engine. Fracture.
Alright, bro! Together now!
Let's have a couple more. Commence demolition! Standing by.
No! Don't lose your head. Just get after it.
Warning. Increase in engine output detected.
Very well then. You forced my hand. Now, set the explosives along its current trajectory.
Go down! It's still moving. Why? Why?
Okay, so you know that awful Netflix Devil May Cry show that came out? Yeah, all the tourists are coming out of the world to work defending that trash. Yeah, I do not go to Devil May Cry to hear Green Day, the fake punks that they are, with American Idiot playing while an American politician commits an Iraq war crime on the demon world. And the demons are being looked at as the same as Islamic refugees. It's like, no. That is not at all what DMC is, and anyone defending that is either A, out of touch, or B, is a tourist looking to jump onto a franchise they clearly know absolutely nothing about. Yeah, I was responding to a comment relating to that. Anyway, enter. Like, I was already on like thin ice with whether or not I wanted to give it a chance, and after seeing that clip of the show, I was just like, yeah, fuck off. I'm good. Never let Adi Shankar ever touch another video game franchise ever again. It's like Paul Anderson all over again with Resident Evil.
The target's hull has been damaged. Ether activity is steadily increasing.
That's no good. We're not doing enough damage to stop it.
Oh gosh, how could this happen?
You copied the data without getting rid of any of the corrupted parts of it and didn't even do anything else. So, yeah, how else could it have happened?
Betty, what now? Any contingency strategies?
You're asking me?
course I'm asking you. You're that child's mechanic.
Yeah, but she built it with data that wasn't fine-tuned, and she did it without doing the homework.
You know it inside and out. Think about how to solve this problem.
The logic core is already corrupted. I can't command it.
So I guess we gotta break it.
Together. Now's not the time to be pessimistic.
Oh no, those mech attacks keep getting stronger and stronger.
Are there any software vulnerabilities we can exploit? Any hardware damage? Contingency protocols? Module defects? Think! Quick!
Run.
What's that?
Run! Just run! I admit it. I plagiarized your data framework. I just built a simulation layer over the top of the base structure. I don't know how to deal with this situation. Let's run. Our weapons aren't enough to deal with it, and it will only get more dangerous as it corrupts.
So, what about your mission, then? What about the 3 Gates reps?
I'll explain things to them and let this crazy piece of metal fend for itself. And we can still call up the HIA to come take care of it.
What kind of joke is that?
Oh.
Ah!
I think you got pissed her off, Betty. Yeah. She's kind of scary when she's pissed.
I didn't expect that. That's the first time I've ever heard Grace roar.
Why can't we run away? Anyone with common sense would do the same.
Mommy Grace is very angry. Say you're sorry.
We're facing an experimental weapon that's out of control, and our only control tool is broken. That's it. Let's leave things up to public security or the HIA. It's totally reasonable. I know what you're thinking. You just won't give up on that mech. You want to save it like it's a person, but this obsession with machinery is fanaticism. Why are you making me stay with you?
Enough with all your nonsense. Leaving problems behind for someone else to handle. You're just shirking your obligations. You're that child's mechanic. It's your responsibility to deal with it.
Yep, she's definitely mommy material, and I love her for that.
Run away? Have you thought about how many other people would be risking their lives because you neglected your duty?
Betty's shrewd expression gradually collapses beneath the anger of Grace's rebuke. It takes her a few seconds to squeeze out a stifled cry and answer.
I don't know what to do.
Hand over the control panel.
Huh? What are you gonna do?
Take back control.
Take back control of the logic core while it's being corrupted by ether? How?
You said that you only built an emulated control layer, right? If the central control system and mech command are carried through the emulated control layer instead of direct authorization from the logic core, then there's still a chance.
But that'll be almost impossible unless some magic happens.
Frosty Cold Iron Witch.
Huh?
Isn't that the name you've been mocking me with? If you need some magic, don't you need a witch on your side?
Yeah, if Grace is anything in terms of personality, Ice Cold is not one of them.
Stand still.
Passionate and focused, yes. But cold, no.
Max potential energy. Grab a couple more. Pinch your maneuver.
Can't stop me! Bring it on! Face me!
Ready?
Time to work, then!
I got all the orange basketballs, right? So no need to worry about that.
Your shift is over! Go, 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 go!
Max potential energy. Every effort counts! Oh, Roger.
Can't stop me!
There's the Metal Gear.
Neutralize. You ready? Confirmed.
I'm here!
Okay, he's dead. Suddenly. Don't know how, though.
Copy that. I've got your six. This little one's gotcha. Countermaneuver.
Feel the heat! All right, bro! Together now!
Want some help for my babies? Stand still. Oh, this little one is so cute. I'll just explode. Eliminating target. Its main control system's damaged. Now's the time. Betty, give me the control panel.
What? Here.
Cut autonomous order percentage. Switch permissions to G44. Ceasefire control radar module. Change power distribution to manual. Restart energy pump. Too slow. Its logic core is out of control. We won't make it. Is the soft reboot button in the middle of its frame?
Yeah. Wait, you want to try a manual reboot? Are you out of your mind?
Isolate and disable weapons.
It's done. Huh?
Right here.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
What?
How'd she get loot? Oh, that's why. Of course. Remove the shoe.
What a good kid. Welcome back.
She must have had to have moved very fast to have gotten the shoe off. Well, that was a lengthy mission. After a short while, public security forces worked together with weapon experts from Defense Forces to dispose of Witch Hunter Alpha.
Yikes! I never expected those PubSec agents to come so fast. I didn't get a chance to appreciate that kid's insulation coat as much as I would have liked.
He did try to kill you a moment ago, you know that, right?
What a texture, despite all the battle damage.
Incredible, Grace. Truly amazing.
Turns out, Grace isn't really a freak. She only acts like one because she's a consummate professional dedicated to her field.
Yup. A little overboard, but yes.
Hey, that was rude. Do you think it's easy being a corporate technician like me? Especially considering how young I am. As an apology, I'll let you give me this cute little thing to pet. I mean, research for a few days.
You do deserve a reward. How about it, Eos? Would you make the sacrifice?
I don't think he wants to. Of course not. He does not want to do it. As everyone calms down, the Three Gates corpse reps pass by with a crestfallen looking young girl.
Betty.
Yeah, Betty, you really screwed up.
Betty Brenda!
If you want to laugh at me, be my guest. I've got nothing to say.
Great job constructing that emulated control layer.
Huh?
The voice print conversion command was so good I almost got fooled. Even though the incomplete data framework caused lots of operational errors and low efficiency, there's still lots of room for improvement. If you're interested in personality OS research, I can give you some sample data from our prototype. Of course, you'll have to wait until your suspension is over and you've regained your mechanics license.
I lost. Completely, thoroughly. Good luck with your technical collaboration, Grace Howard.
The young mechanic follows the marching units out of the hollow once more, and for just a second, her back seems to be just a little bit straighter.
You're still willing to give her sample data.
Roxy, have you heard of horsepower as a unit of measurement? It indicates how many horses would be required for an equivalent output of force. Industrial machinery usually has a horsepower of several hundred or several thousand. Don't you think this is a real boon for horses? Because these machines end up saving hundreds of them from the pain of manual labor. People are just the same. An industrial machine can save dozens of engineer teams from hollow-related danger, and a tactical mech can save several combat squads from having to face ethereals. And me? Actually, I can't say that I simply love machinery. All I'm infatuated with is the prospect of saving humans from getting ruined inside the hollows, and sparing their families all the suffering and grief. I may have destroyed many times the machines that my peers, indirectly or otherwise, have. So that's really why I'm a witch, you know? Even if it makes me cry out in sorrow, I still have to send these kids out there to face fatal threats. But if there were more witches like me in New Eridu's future, just a few more people willing to care for these machines and shed tears for their sacrifices, well, maybe these kids would be more willing to forgive us for what we expect of them.
That's one way to look at it. Grace takes the heavy machine base back with her for checkup and repairs. Finally wrapped up Grace's commission. I should take Eos back to the shop and take a break. Speaking of breaks, I need one right now. mission's over without a glitch. Great work. You too. Seen a very cool side of Grace this time. Turns out Frosty Cold Iron Witch isn't a degrading nickname, it's an honorable title. Also, no one gets injured in the end. Nothing beats that. Indeed. Wise, what's your take on this matter? Should tools just be tools? Is there any point in us attaching other feelings to them? If we were nice to them so that it'd be easier for us to dump them later, does that make us kind or heartless? I don't know, but it's indeed difficult to pick a side. After all, people must have something they firmly believe in behind their choices. Anyway, this commission has finally come to an end smoothly. Let's take a break and get back to our routine. Iron Witch. Chingy, we did. I think that's what's his name, the archer. Oh, so the agent stories are not like the special event extra story like the Astra Evelyn one was. Well, I'm gonna take a break and from here, if I'm able to come back with another one tonight, I will. If not, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we finished the Korin quest for that special event. We did 2 dates, one with Anton and one with Billy. I still am technically able to do others right now, but honestly, I think I want to save them for later. And, so yeah, that'll honestly do it for now, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I'll call it quits with 42 and come back later with 43, and... I am considering possibly moving on with a main mission, and then coming back with to do the event quest at some point. But we'll see what happens. So I'll do it for this part. We did another agent story. We got to see some more of Grace's personalities. Inserts not safe for work joke here. And and I'll be back later.